Welcome to the Dream Team Tonic podcast. We're here about to get stuck into the round of 16 for Euro 2024 Sun Dream Team fantasy football game. Lads, how are we doing? Ben, kick off with you. All good?
I'll be the same. How you doing?
Not bad, not bad.
Good.
I thought we were going to have a couple of days rest, actually, like seeing that there was a couple of days in between it, but you just planned more, I think. I don't know about you.
Yeah, straight in, looking at the teams, messing it all up, picking it again. It's all fun and games, isn't it?
What about you, Tony?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Not the greatest of starts, but confident that having a wild card here might be able to change my fortunes. Yeah,
the Ukrainian lads didn't do it for you, did they?
I see they got a clean sheet against Belgium, didn't they?
Yeah.
Typical. By the time you took them all out, yeah?
Yeah. I won't swear too soon into the pod, otherwise I'll wreck the algorithm, but yeah.
Don't get us
we're very happy.
We are streaming live on YouTube, and I think Twitter seems to be working all right. I think we should be live on Twitter as well. So as always, if you are joining us from Twitter, let us know in the comments that you can hear us all right. This is going to be kicking off with some questions from our Patreon members first. So we're going to work our way through our Patreon members' questions, giving our best thoughts on how we can help. And then we've got some time for some in the YouTube comments. We'll get to them as well. But quick shout out to some of the people in the chat, because we've got quite a few already. So shout out to Luke Sinclair. We've got KK, Philip Derbyshire, Jordan, Ash Ingram, Ian Curry, Boris the Blade, Conk FF, Ben Coles, Graham Brooks, Mark Warner, Settling Skittles, Ryan Trainer, and Adam Towson. What a turnout.
Good evening, lads.
Apparently 100 already watching, but speak up, guys, speak up. We've even got our very own James joining us, who has requested that we read the leagues, because I've heard someone's doing a bit all right in this Euros.
Yeah, we should get him on to talk, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Hello.
International man of mystery, doing well in the international tournaments, I think.
He was even trying to tweak the rules in the cash league as well.
Yeah, see what he was up to. Oh, quick one as well. Conk reminding me of my job here. Get the likes in, people. Leave a like on the video. Let us know you're watching in the comments. Right. Let's start off with our team updates, because I think last time we did a pod was the deadline stream, and I don't think we had time to cover them. So who wants to start us off? Ben?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what I did now. Well, I brought in Grimaldo.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to pull my team up. And I brought in De Bruyne. Also brought in Jota for Ronaldo. That didn't work out too well, did it? Well, 1 point. I lost 1 point on that. But yeah, it looked quite scary when he seen that Ronaldo was starting. But he only ended up with 2 points in the end after his yellow card. So yeah, Mbappe, 12th man, 18 points. But there was a lot of people that used the max captain, so they would have got the Mbappe double points and the goal bonus. So that would have given him a nice little boost, 10 points for a goal. So yeah, Dubravka, 5 points in goal. Soufal, 2. Grimaldo, 10. Alexander-Arnold, 1 off the bench. Had 4 players I wanted to get rid of, and I just felt that Trent might come off the bench. I didn't think Ronaldo would start. After we were hearing, he said in the press conference that he was going to make changes to the team, and he made 9 changes in the end, didn't he? And he kept the keeper in as well, Costa.
What do you make of that? Is he calling the shots?
I think Ronaldo's the manager, mate.
Madness.
Yeah, if he don't play, he just causes problems, won't he? he needs this. He wants to keep scoring because he's got the record for the most Euro goals. So he wants to try and make it hard to catch.
Yeah, it could be his last Euros. You understand why he wants to play every game.
Yeah. Yeah. De Bruyne 4 points, Musiala 4, Szoboszlai 4, Eriksen 3, Kane 3, Lukaku captain again, backed him again, and he this time was even worse. 4 points, double to 8, and Jota got the 1 point again. 2 points this week.
Surely you got to give him one more go.
Well, against France.
He will, you know it. He's gonna, you know it now. The way it goes.
Yeah, he'll bang against France.
Where's that put you? Because we were saying, weren't we? We're quite. I think the points are really close. So I'm 5 points ahead of you. Do you know what your ranking is at the minute?
Yeah, I'll pull it up now.
Mine's 6.2.
I think it was about 9k, something like that.
That's crazy, isn't it? Small amount of points.
Try and pull it up. 9.1.
Yeah, so about 3,000 between 5 points.
Yeah.
Close.
Shows you if you get a couple extra points, you can fly up the table.
What about you, Tony?
Yeah, not the greatest of weeks. Mbappe costed me really. I wanted to spread the cash out, so I went for Gakpo. Fancied him, got me a goal. Max captained, so I went Ronaldo out, didn't think he'd play. Gakpo in, kept the faith in Kane and Lukaku. I took out my Ukrainian keeper who got dropped after the first game. Brought in Neuer, which I thought might have been a decent shout at a clean sheet. I brought in Mittelstat for the other Ukrainian, Konoplia, who was on a yellow card. He got dropped as well. So that didn't last too long. Switzerland scoring. So Neuer 3, Mittelstat 3. Zabarnia got 8, but got eliminated. They got 4 points in the end as well, the Ukraine. So they didn't do that bad.
Yeah.
Just unfortunate that, the 4
first game did the damage, didn't it, really?
Yeah, it really did. And who'd have called that? Like Romania winning the group. I'm sorry, but you'd have got a massive prize on that at the start, I'm sure. Doku 3 points, Szoboszlai 4 points. Wirtz, good first game for Wirtz, and he's done nothing since. I think he's got 4 points for the last 2 games since I brought him in. Musiala 4 points, Lukaku 4, Kane 3, 57 points. No boosters left, and we have to find a block and dig a diamond out from somewhere.
We're just talking about the block strategy, but we've got a question on it right at the end. But you like it, don't you? I've seen you do it a few times.
Yeah, I think in this short game, I think it could be very profitable, but there hasn't been that many clean sheets, has there?
No, not until the last few days, was it? There's lots of nil-nils.
Apart from Spain, they done the full group, didn't they?
Mm.
Yeah, it's probably just a bit too expensive to go for one of the big hitters. It's just trying to block and keep like the likes of Kane and Mbappe in your team. You're having to block a smaller side, would you say?
You did the same transfers out as me, so I remember now the 3 Portugueses.
Yeah. What Cancelo, Bruno, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I went Koundé at the back. I wanted Hernandez, I wanted Hernandez or Grimaldo, but I just didn't have the cash to do it. Got tricked by Bellingham. Obviously done pretty well, didn't he? The first 2 games. Well, I'd say he did well in the first match. The second match, he didn't do well, but he still managed to come away with like 3 bonus points. And I thought, well, he looks like one of these players that gets points no matter what. And then I brought him in. I think he had 2 at one point, and then he got an extra one added on. So Yeah, I was a bit annoyed about that one. He kept swapping around with Foden on that left-hand side, and it was just winding me up watching it.
They must have given him another point out of pity because he were absolutely awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely awful. Well, I say awful. He were anonymous. You could have took him off the pitch and not known any difference in the game.
It's just that problem with that left side. Like, I think we've probably got England questions as well, but like,
it's not a problem. Just put Anthony Gordon out there, left winger, and move Foden in middle, and put Bellingham on bench, or drop him back in as an 8.
Well, there was periods during the last game where Foden came off the left and played central, and everyone was like, "Foden's playing really well," and you're like, "Yeah, that's where he plays."
Yeah.
And then Bellingham's on the left, and people going, "No, he's been rubbish all game." Yeah, because he's on the left. And then as soon as they swap back, the other thing happens.
They brought Kobe Mainoo on, who looked good, because he was doing, just allow Bellingham to do that role. Just let Bellingham drop to where Kobe Mainoo was. Let him drive with the ball. Let him go ahead of the other midfielders. Let him play that position. You've got the players on the pitch. Just put them in the right positions and bring a winger on. You don't need 2 holding midfielders. You don't need to sit somebody next to Declan Rice, do you?
No, I don't think
Declan Rice is like, I do this job on my own, mate. Get away from me.
Well, I was thinking we didn't need to for the group, but then we probably would need to for the knockouts. But the way the draws come out,
I mean, we could
be okay.
Honestly, if he doesn't solve this quick, he's going to miss another massive opportunity to get to a final of a big tournament and possibly win it.
Yeah. Fairly similar. I got the Bravka in goal. Done all right, 5 points. Mittelstadt, he's been okay, but Germany were pretty rubbish in the last one. Him, Musiala, Gundogan, not great. Gay's been good since I bought him in, 6 points. Kunde didn't really happen. It was that pen that wound me up as well. Had the right ump in match day 3. What did you think of the coming off his line scenario with Lewandowski and the keeper Maignan?
Definitely, he had to retake it. He was well off his line.
But he forced him to.
Yeah, I don't like the way he took the penalty either. He just like waiting for the goalkeeper to move.
And then straight away calling him out. It's like he didn't even care about scoring it. He just wanted to get him off the line. I bought De Bruyne. I bought in 4 points, and he's been all right actually, but wasn't a great game. And then Kane disappointed for the 3rd fixture running. He did get the 1 goal earlier on, and then Lukaku captain. I thought I'd have a little taste of the Lukaku pain, but yeah,
it's been unfortunate on the first 2 games. He's looked on it, and then I don't know what's more frustrating, that obviously you keep it on him and then he flops. Would you rather either had two disallowed goals or a disallowed goal?
Yeah.
Obviously, this time it's more like, it's the Lukaku of old.
We were talking about this earlier, weren't we? Though, like
3 disallowed goals.
The bias we've got towards Kane. The bias we've got towards Kane because we're English. Like Lukaku's done so much more in these 3 games, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And I'm ready to bin him off easily, but letting go of Kane feels hard.
I think that's more from playing Dream Team for years and years, though, because when Kane's always been in the game, Kane's essential, and over the years, the last 7 or 8 years playing this game on the Premier League version, you don't have Kane, you end up getting burnt. So I think that's a little bit of that.
We'll see how it goes.
What was the old saying? No Kane, no party.
That's it.
But I thought we'd just look at the draw for the round of 16. Quick reminder: the deadline is tomorrow, so Saturday, 4 p.m. Ahead of what game we got first? Tomorrow.
We have Italy, Switzerland. It's a 5 o'clock kickoff. Yeah.
Ahead of that one. Anything that stands out to you? Tony, you go.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to ever get... I think we had... Was it in the World Cup or the last Euros where we had a really nice run? I think it was the Euros, weren't it?
And the World
We
Cup, 2018 World Cup.
Yeah, because we ended up with, was it Croatia in the semis in the World Cup?
Yeah.
Denmark in the semis at the
The
Euros,
Euros,
if I
yeah.
remember rightly. I mean, they're nice games to get to finals, them. And I think we're going to find ourselves. It wouldn't surprise me if Switzerland turn Italy over tomorrow. Really wouldn't. Italy aren't at it. Switzerland haven't looked half bad. So I fancy Switzerland tomorrow. I think we'll turn Slovakia over. That gives an England-Switzerland quarter-final. And I think you're probably looking at a Netherlands and Austria replay from the group game, which, as we've seen, we could well, if we then beat the Swiss in the quarters, we could end up with Austria in the semis. That wouldn't surprise me at all. And if anyone were told, right, if you beat Switzerland or Italy, then Austria or Netherlands to get to another final, I mean,
all day. You take that.
All right, if we get to the final, we're probably going to play, I guess, Spain or France. Spain do look the real deal, although they are shy of a striker, I think. But yeah, it'd be just a one-off shootout. Good chance to win it.
Yeah, I think Austria are a bit scary though if we get them, because the pressing they do is like ridiculous, and we've seen it in the last few games with panicking on the ball and everything. Yeah. It's amazing the players that we've got play for the top teams in the world, and they can't keep the ball. I don't know if they were playing in a different kit, it wouldn't be bothering them, but I don't know if it's the tactics that Southgate's told them to do or what, but they just don't seem like what they do for their clubs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much agree on the route. I think the Swiss will give the Italians a good game. It might go to penalties. That can't see any standouts. You know, like the Swiss beat the French in the last Euros on penalties, and Romania and Holland could be a good game. They look quite solid at the back, Romania, and Holland don't look great at the back, so that could be another tight game.
Yeah,
I do fancy Austria to do Turkey, and I think England will just maybe 1-0 it against Slovakia. I can't see us scoring many goals. I don't know. It's just the way they've been playing. But what do you think, Scott?
Yeah, I think I agree. I feel like the only upset that I can picture happening this right-hand side is the Switzerland-Italy one. I think obviously anything can happen, but I feel like it probably is going to be relatively straightforward in that first run. Left side is the one that's interesting, though. I think so. You got the issue of targeting the big sides with nice fixtures, but then kind of quarterfinal, that's when you get some really tough ones. So how do you see these top ones going? I think I'm probably going to back the favourites: Spain, Germany, Portugal, and then France. Any objections?
I think if you're on about putting players in from these big sides, like you say, like so Portugal got a nice team, a nice game, but then they possibly got France next round, so it's not the greatest fixture if you put a Mendes or a Cancelo in or something like that. If you're back in Spain though, I think obviously they'll turn Georgia over relatively easily. I think Denmark might do a bit of damage to Germany. They've just got that in them, Denmark, haven't they? Just to upset some of these bigger sides. And
yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me if Denmark turn over Germany, but then I could see Spain easily dispatching Denmark. So if I'm going to back one of the bigger sides with a few players, it'd probably be Spain, who might end up with an easier route, which would be Georgia and Denmark, obviously to the semis.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I was looking at that Denmark and I'm thinking they're quite solid at the back, Denmark. so they could give the Germans a good game. And they didn't look too good against the Swiss, did they, Germany?
No.
Just nicked a draw at the end. Spain looked solid, and I fancy it against Georgia. I think they'll score a couple of goals, but and obviously Portugal and France are favourites to go through. That one's a toss of coin, I think, between Portugal and France if that's the fixture. I mean, Portugal squad's full of talent, so is France's, but like France's is like relying so much on Mbappe. But Portugal seem like they're just trying to pass the ball to Ronaldo all the time, or he gets the ump and spits his dummy out.
What do you think on France? Because obviously we rate them probably quite highly, but they're in a similar scenario to us where they've only scored 2 goals in the group stages.
Yep.
One of them was a Mbappe pen, and I think wasn't the other one an Mbappe deflected own goal as well.
Yeah.
So like, are we looking at them in a similar scenario as us, where that's like a bit pragmatic, not taking the handbrake off, but still somehow favourites?
Yeah.
Do you think the Mbappe factor is just a bit more scary?
No, I agree. Was it when Georgia beat Portugal 2-0 the other night? And then it got me thinking about all the bigger sides. Like, it's like Germany. I mean, are we still all just caught up on Germany smashing Scotland 5-1 and thinking it was a 10-man Scotland as well, don't forget.
Yeah.
Then they beat Hungary 2-0. Yeah, decent enough performance. Weren't really that great against the Swiss. Portugal obviously being tripped up by Georgia, albeit a lot of changes, but still, like that team should have still probably dispatched them. France stumbling through their group. Nobody's looked great, have they? Netherlands being beat off Austria. Italy have looked awful. There's only really Spain that are actually doing themselves a little bit proud. Like the performances are matching the results. They look very good. So at this moment in time, I'd have Spain favourites to win the whole thing. And I just think all the other teams, England, Italy, France, Belgium, Portugal, Germany, they're all flattering to deceive. And the likes of Austria and Switzerland have a good chance in this tournament. They do have a good chance.
That's the only thing I'd say about Spain as well. They've looked good. They've also had a group that's had Croatia and Italy. It's not like they've sort of played any mugs, is it? Like they've played. I know they might not be at their best, Italy and Croatia, but they're still teams that can turn you over.
That's it. They've still got danger men. They're still known for being more solid. Just the better sides, aren't they? They have to bring their A game to beat them. You're not going to beat them at 50%. So, yeah, and I think then that just bodes well for Spain going further into the competition. Like everybody else, I think, I bet you if you asked a Frenchman or a German, like they'd all be saying what we're saying about England kind of thing. They'd be upset, like they're probably looking at, need to try this, it's not quite working there, this isn't working. I don't think any of the big hitters are hitting big.
Yeah, I think Deschamps will be happy with the way things are going anyway. It'd just be Bud going along slowly, like he always does. He doesn't listen to it, the newspapers or anything. He just gets on with it because the proof's in the pudding. He's got to about 3 finals now. He's got the Euros final against Portugal, Euros, the World Cup final against Argentina, and he won the World Cup final against Croatia. Yeah, so 3 finals. So he's just happy to go along, just scraping through. No explosive performances apart from maybe an Mbappe doing something special. But yeah, he's just happy to just plod along.
It wouldn't surprise me if Belgium turned them over. I think, a good double to put on would be Swiss to beat Italy, Belgium to beat France, Denmark, treble. Denmark to beat Germany. I think there's a value to be had there.
Not the Lukaku hat trick, no.
No, I can't do that trick.
I'll say hello to some late joiners, late arrivers, and then should we go straight into the questions?
Yep.
Let's go.
But I think that set the scene quite nicely with the draw. Gary Walker has joined us. Good evening. Graham Brooks, Nathan Wisby. We've got James, Killian, Daniel,
Happy.
Killian Doyer. O'Doyer. Evening. And then also Daniel and Mel. So welcome to the chat. We'll come to these questions at the end.
Tony's mate, Daniel.
Oh, is that your mate again from work?
Yeah, Leaper.
Yeah, I think they're all on this evening. There'll be a few more sneaking in.
He sent us. Thanks again to Daniel because he sent us a super chat and he said the show is so much better without Tony. So you boys have a pint. He said. Please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and there's a link in the description for the Patreon. Let's get into these Patreon member questions. So Stringer just wants to know your team, I think. Anthony Stringer, top 3 strikers, 4 midfielders, defenders. Who's your goalkeeper? Who's your captain? What boosters you playing? If you had to point out a few from each category, should we do maybe one each or something? Do you want to pick out a few?
Yeah.
Strikers first.
Gakpo. Go with him again. Put him in last week. I'm probably going to keep him in this week as well.
Ronaldo versus Slovenia. Yeah, I just think he's going to do well. He's due a goal or 2.
Super chat from Daniel. I wasn't prompting that. I promise. Thank you very much.
Hey, I tell you what, he's started listening to the pod and he's top at Works League now.
Above you?
Yeah.
Oh, you regret that, don't you?
Yeah. Now he's in. I'm off. Right. See you later.
So we've got a Gakpo getting points all round.
Yeah.
He seems to be getting a bit of everything, doesn't he? What do you think? Because I said it on my pod earlier, and I didn't want to sound like I don't like the word like casuals. You know what I mean? But like that, people will pick the person who's at the top. Of the points. And it's a strange one because he's like, if you look into it, he's getting points for this, points for that, like tackles, bonus, like all over. He looks like a safe one where if he doesn't score, he's still going to get you points, which I do like. I feel like there's a little part of it ruins the differential because I feel like a lot of people will just jump on him.
Hopefully, a few pick the Georgian striker then. He's top of the top scorer, isn't he? 3 goals.
Yeah, what's he called? Say his name.
Mama Summit. It's with an M in it. He's a Met striker.
Mets in France.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I was going to cop out really and just say Mbappe, but I think he's off. Is he off the list? Are we saying he's essential? Are we going to use that word?
Mikhail Tadze.
That's the one. On pens as well. Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah.
Not on pens.
2 penalties. Good penalty, that last one as well. Right in the corner.
I'm going to say a controversial one just because I know everyone in the chat's wanting it. The Discord's saying it. Morata. Well, I'm sure we'll have more on him. Midfielders, any standouts you like in the look of?
Sabitzer against Turkey. A goal last game. Decent for bonus points. So if he doesn't score, he should get a few. Austria, again, as we just touched on in the rounds, they could go far. Could see a semi-final for them.
Yep. I can't look past Ruiz for 3.5 million. I think he's been brilliant. Tackles, assists, goals. He's getting involved with everything. Obviously, a nice fixture against Georgia as well.
Yeah, I'm interested by him quite a bit. He's not the sort of player that I would normally pick, but you can see him getting forward quite a lot, and them just having Rodri on his own. I did think, do you know when he done well in that first match? I kind of thought, oh, this is someone that people will jump on, but he won't do it again. But he didn't get the attacker returns, did he? But he's still managing to get points for a load of different things.
Yeah.
I've gone. Sorry.
I just because I do like the look of that Romanian midfielder as well, Marin. He's got 2 goals so far in the tournament, and he's done all right. He's 23 points, and he's got a good shot on him. I think he took a penalty as well. I like the look of him.
I'd already written down Ruiz, but I have got the other Austrian currently. I'm still kind of trying to decide between the two, but I've got
Baumgartner.
Or Bumgardner. Everyone's liking to call him at the minute. I've got him currently. There's not much to split between them, is there? Currently on points, apart from Sabitzer, like you mentioned quickly before we got started, has had 3 starts, and Baumgartner's had 2, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Do you think he's safe? I know you weren't too sure, but do you think he's safe for the start? I think he's been one of their better players.
Yeah, I think he's probably earned his start in next game.
Just a rest?
Yeah, after that, I think he'll start the game.
Yeah, I think he's a good player to pick, but it does put me off a little bit him starting on the bench. But maybe that's because they're playing the Netherlands, and obviously it was a tricky fixture. They've got a decent fixture. They should be favourites for the Turkey match, so he might start. That Marin is only 1.5 million as well. If you wanted an enabler,
is he on pens?
Yeah, good shout. He got I think he got like 5 points against Belgium. I think he got quite a few tackles.
Yeah, got tackles in that match.
I don't know whether he's penalty shooter though. Penalty taker.
He's had 2 goals. Yeah, 2 goals, 3 shots on target. Looks decent. Yeah, the only thing that's spooking me now about Baumgartner is the old Shaqiri PTSD I've had.
Yeah, Marin took the penalty against Slovakia.
Did he? Could be a good one. Are there any that you've got currently that you're just happy to keep, do you think?
One player.
in the
One player. Which one do you think it is?
Well, I'm looking. We've all got Musiala.
Yeah.
Surely he can't go anywhere.
Yeah, you can't get rid of him.
Yeah, Musiala.
Did you see that talk on? I know going off subject a little bit, but did you see the thing about? I reckon that Havertz may not start, or Füllkrug could be starting. They reckon, but they don't know. They've not said whether they think it's going to be for Havertz as a straight swap, or they reckon Wirtz could be one of the ones that makes way. So that would maybe be Musiala moved out. Oh no, he's already on the wing, isn't he? What would that mean for? You wouldn't play Havertz on the wing.
No.
So is that either Gundo or in the?
No, I've heard that the German fans have been talking, obviously online and on the telly, getting interviewed, and they're saying that they want Havertz out and Füllkrug in. So I think might be straight swap.
Interesting.
Wouldn't surprise me. He's looked good when he's come on, Füllkrug.
Yeah, but it's because Havertz has worn them down. He's worn them down, run them ragged. Then he comes on and takes the credit, doesn't he? That's how
Arsenal bias again.
Defenders. Who we like in defence-wise at the minute? We'll have a look at this round robin again.
Mendes, I think, clean sheet potential, and obviously Nathan wants us to talk goal bonus, but he playing a very attacking position. I guess he'd be playing that attacking position against Slovenia. So, yeah, Mendes, Nuno Mendes of Portugal.
I do like the look of Carvajal at Spain. He's getting in the box, getting in around. He scored in the first match. Scored in his last match for Madrid in the Champions League final as well. So, yeah, I'm liking the look of him. He's getting in the box and that. 4 million.
I'm trying to look at like cheaper players, but for the good teams. So I'm liking Cucurella. I know he's not as attacking, but seemed to really get stuck in on those tackle points, didn't he?
He's had some chance created points as well.
Yeah, he got a couple there. 2 against Italy. 5 tackles against Italy, and he was close to getting the 3 bonus points as well, actually. 7 ppm. I quite like Cucurella. I think that's a nice price. He seems to trust him, doesn't he, for that more defensive side of things.
It reminds me of like if you had like the England team, you've got Walker, who's great at tackling, but he's crap going forward, and then you've got like Trent there, who can play right back, but is really good going forward, but it's not as good as Walker defensively. So it's a bit like that with Grimaldo. Grimaldo's unreal. His stats for Leverkusen are unreal. He should, in my opinion, he should start, but Cucurella's done nothing wrong, so he'll probably will carry on starting. Obviously, they've had 2 clean sheets while he's been playing as well.
Yeah,
it's almost like Carvajal is the one that's actually keeping Grimaldo out because he's doing the getting forward job, isn't he? Yeah. Grimaldo though he looks so good, didn't he, that game? And then last one, I guess, to target for the last 16 goal bonus. What would you sort of do if you were him?
Well, obviously, we've just gone through all them, trying to pick out goal scorers. Yeah, good luck with it. It's not been fruitful, has it? The strikers haven't really set on fire. What's it? 1 goal for Kane, 1 goal for Mbappe. Has Gakpo got 2 now?
Yeah.
Gakpo's on 2. Morata. Lukaku's still on 0. Ronaldo 0.
Yeah.
I can't give any advice. I got no points from my goal bonus.
You played yours, Tony?
Yeah. I played it second weekday, second round of games. Sorry, where can you click on it and you can see how many points you got from it?
Yeah. I played it in week 1 and I got 1 goal scorer, I think Ericsson. And then in the second week, like in the first 2 games, I think I had 2 goal scorers straight away.
I had 2, Kane and Musiala. So what's that? 8 points.
Yeah. 8 extra points. Yeah. To be fair, it's not really gone off for anyone, really, has it?
No, I thought it would be absolutely deadly. To be fair.
If I had it, I'd definitely play it this week with the extra games, because as you progress into the tournament, there'll be only 4 games in the quarterfinals, so there's 8 games this round. Get it on now.
I've got just on Twitter. There's a guy that does really good like tables and graphs with sort of fantasy football stats, and his name's Rob T FPL, and he's got a player goal projections. Who do you think's the? I don't know if you've seen it already. Who's the person with the highest projected goals for this week?
This week,
Morata.
I'd say Kane.
Who are you, Ben?
Morata.
CR7.
All right.
Is up the top of the list. 0.75 projected goals. 53% chance of getting 1 goal. Morata's in second on the list. And then Harry Kane in third, 0.58. Mbappe's behind him with 0.49. I guess that's just because the Belgian fixture's a bit harder. And then
Yeah.
you'll never guess who's in fifth. So Ronaldo, Morata, Kane, and Mbappe. Who's fifth, do you reckon? Give you one guess each. He's on the right side of the draw.
Gakpo.
Nope. Ben?
Baumgartner, whatever you call him.
Closer. It's Arnautovic.
Really?
Yeah, he's up there.
Ogani.
So yeah, if you're going from this, Ronaldo, Morata, and Kane is your front three, I think, from that goal bonus. But you can't leave out Mbappe, can you?
Or can you?
David, maybe. James is piping up. Doesn't trust the odds based on projected goals. Bookies covering their Arsenal. David 87. So he's just echoing the last one. Best captain pick this week if you're playing the booster, the goal bonus. It's Mbappe for me. Still, even with this fixture.
The goal booster. Ooh, I'd go brave. And I'd go Gakpo.
I mean, you're going Gakpo captain.
Me?
Possibly.
What about you, Ben? What are you thinking?
I think with the fixtures, I'd say Ronaldo against Slovenia.
Back in the projections. I didn't think they looked that good when we played them.
No. I think Portugal looked really good. Lots of shots, even against Georgia. They played pretty well. They had lots of opportunities. Obviously, it was the B team, but I think when the A team will play, I think they'll do well. They scored 3 against Turkey as well, didn't they? Ronaldo could have scored, and I don't know why he passed it. Like normally he would have just shot, but I think he wanted to prove a point that he's a team player, and he passed it to Bruno.
For the Bruno goal.
Yeah,
He
Bruno
did,
goal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know something though? Do you know what that assist got him?
What?
I think he already had the most goals, didn't he, in
Yeah.
all-time Euros? I'm pretty
Fuck
sure
off.
that assist made him the record all-time assister. I was listening to the Football Ramble.
All
They were
right.
saying how selfless it was, and then the other guy chimed in and
wow.
said, "No, that assist made him the all-time assister in Euro
That
competitions."
says it all, doesn't it? That's Ronaldo all over.
Do you know what's it called? The Rest is Football podcast with Lineker, Micah Richards, and Shearer.
Mhm.
So they were talking about that, and they said they saw Julien Laurent, the French reporter, and they said about the goal, and he said that Ronaldo only passed it because he thought he was offside. If he was onside, if he knew he was onside, he would have shot. But that makes more sense. I think he knew he needed one assist to be top assister.
That's so bad, though, isn't it?
He's way ahead of Platini as the top Euro goal scorer. So I think he was thinking, no, I'll get the assist here.
All-time most assists. We'll do the next one. I'll just double check. I've not even fact checked it, but I'll double check it. Oh no, it's come up already. Yeah, he's leveled with Poborski from Czech Republic with 8 assists now. Fabregas is third with 5. So yeah, it's official. Noopy in the chat. Who do you think the best goalkeeper pick is? And next question is separate. So best goalkeeper pick for round of 16. What are we saying?
I like the Austrian lad. Pence.
50 pence.
50 pence. 2 million. Bargain basement. Keeps your cash up top, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Mr. Bargain Keeper himself. What are you saying?
Yeah, I think if you're going to spend the extra money and getting in maybe a Kane or something, I think 50 pence is a good way to go. I think they'll beat Turkey, and I wouldn't be surprised if they beat Netherlands in the quarters, so that it's a couple of games out of a 2 million striker, 2 million goalkeeper. But I just think, who do you think's going to go furthest? If you've got a Gakpo in your team, you've got a few cheapies and you can afford you've got money spare. Well, you've obviously pick your team, and if you've got loads of money left over for your goalie, then I don't see why not go for a Spain keeper or Portugal or a French or an English keeper. I think if you've got the spare money, because in the next round we're going to get another 3 million as well. So you should have extra money for the next round to put it into the better players, because the smaller teams will be going out.
Yeah, no, I think you summed that up well, really. I was having that same scenario. I was sort of looking at having Pickford if I go for a cheaper striker.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a chance that he makes it the whole way through. I was looking at that Unai Simon from Spain. But like you say, if it'll be good for a week, and then each week after that, you're thinking, will he stay or won't he stay? And you don't really want to swap your keeper. So it'll probably be Pickford if I go expensive, or Dubravka, or Mamardashvili, 2 million.
Yeah. He's saved about 20 odd shots, hasn't he, so far in 3 games?
21 in 3 games.
Yeah, he's been brilliant.
It's a fine balance, though, isn't it? Like this Spain game, you could make 7 saves, or you could concede 5 goals, couldn't he?
Yeah, I think in a longer term game, like in the Premier League game, you probably go for a cheaper keeper to start with. But now it's like one game. I mean, Pence is decent, but they haven't had a clean sheet yet. But they had a tough group. Yeah, I did have Dubravka in initially because I just thought, England can't score more than 1 goal. So far, they don't look very good, England, so far. So I thought, he might get a few saves. But then as I built my team, I thought, I've got a bit of money left over. I can put it into a better goalie. I haven't gone for the front three, the big front three at the moment. So I've got a bit of money spare.
I'll shout out, Nate. I'll shout out. Oh no, we've got part 2. Sorry. Are Ronaldo and Kane must-haves? So, want to take this, Ben?
I don't know if they're must-haves. But, for me, I'm not keen on Kane at the moment. Just from watching England play, I just can't see them scoring more than 1 goal. And Slovakia is just going to sit back and hope for a breakaway. If we don't score early, then it's going to be an absolute nightmare of a match as usual. And as being an Englishman, if Kane does go off and I don't have him, I'm not bothered. I'll be buzzing because we've won the match. So I think it's a win-win for me, and I'm not going to go against him. Too much money, 7.5 million, and he's just not doing anything. You can make a better team.
What about you, Tony? Let's start with Kane. This is what I want to know.
I'm a little bit lost with England. It's annoying me because I think if he does what he needs to do and put the players in the position I think he needs to put them in, I think we'll do really well.
Yeah.
So it's one of them where but after the first 2 games, obviously we started really well at first 30 minutes the first game, and then it just all went wrong. Then it carried on into the second game, and you're thinking, right, they've had this players meeting, they've done this, they've decided on the way of how we're going to press, which is embarrassing because pressing is one of the biggest parts of football nowadays, and if you haven't got a pattern of press, I mean, what are they doing in training? It should be one of the first things they should be working on.
Riding bikes.
So yeah, I just think if he plays Foden as 10, Bellingham at 8, put a winger out on the left hand side, Gordon possibly, and I just think we'll look better, and we'll probably be able to break these teams down. But if Bellingham's been ineffective as a 10, and it's one of the most pivotal areas of the team, I think it's just damaging everything else. And he's obviously not willing to take Bellingham off, no matter how shit he's playing, no matter how many times he loses the ball. He was just so ineffective in that last game, and how he didn't get taken off, I have absolutely no idea. Even when Palmer came on and started playing, he's so good playing on the front foot. Everything he did, it was either he'd look forward. If he couldn't see a pass, I would try and beat my man then. No matter what, he was just going forward. And he was forcing people to play on the front foot because he was drilling balls into them, making them take a touch on the half turn, stuff like that. We didn't have any of that. And even when Palmer were doing that, Bellingham weren't involved. So it was like we're playing for 10 men. So, yeah, play Bellingham further back and allow him to drive the ball, where Manu came on and did really well. And I think we could be a danger. And I think Kane could grab a few. So, but I'm going to play it safer. A lad who has served me well in the dream team this season. I'm going to go for Foden.
And no Kane.
No Kane.
Ooh. Making me feel a little bit better about it because I'm leaning no Kane, but I'm absolutely terrified of it because anyone that's followed along, I'm a nightmare with strikers. I take them out, they go off. I put them in, they do nothing. So
yeah,
I'm gonna take one for the country, I think, and take him out. But yeah, so he's not a must-have on mine. But I do keep toying with my team a little bit because I'm currently looking at Morata, and I think the fixture looks good. The team Spain look good, but you can't deny that. Yeah, Morata's been a banter player, hasn't he, over the seasons? You were doing it before the tournament even started.
I'm doing it before the tournament started. I even had a little dig before we went on there.
Yeah.
And then he sat in my team.
I didn't realise he's in your team.
Yeah, but they've got the fixture. The thing is with Morata is he'll always be involved in chances. I'll happily, openly criticise. He is a shite finisher, and that's been known for years. But he is there to get the chances. They've got a nice fixture. They're probably the most impressive team in the tournament at the moment. Mm. So if it comes to it, Morata gets a red card, Spain go out, and Kane scores a hat-trick. It's one of them things that I know I made the right decision on the basis of form, fixture, and other things. I think Foden could keep up with Kane if England do go off.
The reports and rumours are that it's unchanged apart from Manu.
Yeah, that won't surprise me. So he's literally just staying with the same 10. He had Trent as a scapegoat for the first one, Gallagher the next scapegoat. When really, the problem is you're playing with a very ineffective 10 at the minute.
Yeah. So that's a Kane. Definitely not a must-have.
No,
Ronaldo's in mine, but I wouldn't put him must-have still. He scored one less goal. He scored no goals. He scored less goals than Kane. It's just that it just looks like the team are constantly feeding Ronaldo, and it's not going in. Whereas Kane just isn't getting that service at all.
Yeah,
and it's like if you picked up Kane and stuck him in that Spain team, you'd captain him every week. You captain him every week
because he's guaranteed. That
striker's getting the chances, whereas our whole attack is a bit dysfunctional at the minute. So I think with Kane, I think I'd rather just wait up. If we do well, then stick him in. We've got 2 more nice-looking games, hopefully, or whatever. Yeah. Covered?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel good, though, does it? It doesn't feel good not having him.
No, like Ben said, though, if he does go off, well, whatever, I'll be cheering them goals, won't I?
I think we've covered Nathan's question in a previous one. So best players to target and best captain option if playing goal boost. So cheers for the question. Anyway, Bradders, do you think it's time to take a punt with some players to try and climb up the ranks? For example, a few Austria players or one of the strikers from Georgia. Now we've already mentioned 2 Austria players, so the Bumgardner and someone in the chat said Sanitizer. We've got Bumgardner and Sanitizer from Austria. Georgia, not for me. What are you thinking if you want to do something really different?
I mean, I think an Austria block at the back. I don't think that'd be crazy. It's very cheap. But,
no clean sheets. Don't worry you.
Well, yeah, Ukraine didn't have a clean sheet until they played Belgium. It's a lottery, isn't it? It's a lottery. They're usually quite cagey games. Since I guess the last 20 minutes, the team seems to open up. So. Yeah, I couldn't talk you out of any Austria players, to be honest. Sabitzer, I like Arnautovic, if you could find a space in your front 3 for him. Like I say, I fancy they've got a very good chance against the semis, Austria. So yeah, it's not they're not the biggest punts out there. Putting that Georgia striker in would be a big punt. I'd stay away from that.
I think the best punt. Do you think going for like a striker or a differential mid is the best punt, or are you thinking that doing like a block could be a better way?
It's such a quick way to get a nice chunk of points, but as I've shown with the way I played the game, to try and get I think I picked the best block for the first 2 games. In my obviously hindsight, yeah, we all know what happened, but to begin with, I think that block was set. It could have easily got 1 clean sheet, and 1 clean sheet I'd have been happy with. But instead, they dropped all my players and got the clean sheet in the 3rd game. So I just think people like Gakpo, who could be a good differential. All these players, they're probably going to be quite highly owned now. We're down to the last 16. Yeah, I think block's probably the best way if you're in catch-up mode.
It depends how far behind you are. I mean, I can't see it being that far behind with only 3 game days gone.
I'm 100 points behind top.
Oh yeah, I haven't even checked that. I just concentrate on the mini league starting.
I've still got my eyes on 35k.
Yeah. Going down what Tony was saying, I don't mind if you've got the balls to do it, a bit of Romania, because Romania in history of like they go and shock people, don't they? I know they haven't got like any major stars now, but they might be becoming top players. You know what I mean? Watching them against Ukraine and in the game against Slovakia, they look really good, and they've got some good players. I mean, they could get clean sheet against the Netherlands, and then beat Austria or something like that and get to the semi-finals. But I mean, I'm not going to do it. But if you wanted to, I like the Austria options attacking wise. I'm not too keen defensively. Maybe the goalkeeper, like I said before, and Tony said about the block defense. Austria might get to the semi-finals, but then they've got a tricky quarter-final. It's going to be the Netherlands. If you've got the balls, go for England block defense, because if they beat Slovakia, then it's Switzerland or Italy, and then it's either whoever wins out of like Austria, Turkey, Romania, and Netherlands in the semi-finals. So I think England could get to the semi-finals, but probably just by winning 1-0. I just can't see them at the moment doing anything special. They're the best defence in the tournament so far. Not as in clean sheets, but like expected goals against.
Yeah.
So could do that. But yeah, block defences they're quite risky, but when they pay off, you shoot up the leaderboard.
You could do a half and half. Half block.
Yeah, edge your bets.
Yeah, over 2 games.
I'm guessing with 5 transfers, like, I mean, when you're saying block, are you saying three defenders and a keeper typically?
Yeah, probably.
Just 3.
Yeah. You're not going for.
Yeah.
I won't be going for 5, but
So if you set your team up relative with, say, all of the favourites, teams that you expect to go the furthest, and then did a cheeky block with 4 keeper, and you could do your 5 if everything went your way, and the back line didn't keep the clean sheet. You could double down the next week. Say you went Romania, didn't work out, you could go England, or if you got the money, or elsewhere potentially, couldn't you? If you wanted to play it that way, it's really risky, but
yeah, you could set up your front 7.
Yeah,
and then that is literally what I would do in the group stage. I thought the first 2 games with Ukraine, obviously it went wrong because they ended up dropping the players that had gone so wrong in the first game. So, but it could have worked. Just when it sits up too early.
Yeah, I'd sort of just said I still think you could go with a Morata or Gakpo, but you could captain them. I know it sort of the bit that complicates it a little bit is that there'll be people that are on max captain, so that will kind of negate it a little bit, won't it? If you go for a differential captain and someone else, the rest of them max captain, they're going to catch your haul if it does come in.
Yeah.
And also, if you're playing goal bonus, I'm not sure if it's the week that you want to be differential captain in, but yeah, I think that could be the way. You love a differential captain, Tony. Like,
yeah,
when we're going to start seeing it? It's hard because the percentages are nowhere near what they are in the Premier League game with no Haaland.
Well, that's it. I don't know. You class Gakpo as a differential this week as a captain. I think he might be quite highly owned, but I think as a captain he might be quite low. Looking at my team, who am I thinking? Am I going to captain Mbappe? No. I'm looking at even maybe shipping Mbappe out.
What's the captaincy poll?
Oh yeah, can you see it? Can you see it on your screen?
I'll have a look quickly. I swear I've seen it, and Mbappe was like massive. I'll tell you now. So Mbappe's 65%, Kane's 9%, Ronaldo's 8%, and other is 18% because we couldn't put any more on the list.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So you're probably looking at Morata and Gakpo.
Yeah, I think so.
Taking up a big chunk of that. Yeah, Mbappe's probably going to survive in my team now. I don't have Kane. Yeah, Morata, Gakpo, Foden. I think they're my 3 options. I'm not going to captain Mbappe. Cool. That's guaranteed. So I
think that's a differential then. I think.
The R Leaper. I won't be captaining Mbappe.
We better speed through some of these. Going to be a lot more. We're an hour in. If you've enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe. Right, Maverick. What do you think the best strategy is to ensure that you have 11 players out as you go deeper into the tournament? Maybe we should take these sort of one at a time, and if we strongly disagree, get in. But
yeah.
Ben, you fancy taking this?
Yeah, just get the fixtures out. Get one of these football apps up and have a look at the layout of the tournament and see who you think is going to go through, and then see who they're playing in the next round, and try not to go too heavy on the teams that are on the same side of the draw. If you know what I mean. So they don't play each other, and then you'll end, because if they play each other, then one load of them's going to go missing, and you're going to have to transfer a big block of players out. It might not be too bad because you get 5 transfers a week.
Yeah,
so you might be able to. Yeah, you might be able to maneuver it next week. So if they are matching up against each other, and you think, one team, you think one team's going to win against the other, you could move on a few of the players to the something else you fancy. So it might not be too bad. This is the first time we played it this way.
Yeah.
Usually we get 40 transfers. I think it was 30 transfers in the last game, and you just do the transfers as you go. But it's a different game this year.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. That prime example is if you went heavy Spain defence.
Yeah.
You've got Musiala and Wirtz in midfield.
Yeah.
Looks good the first game. Come the next round, if they both go through, you've got 4 Spain, 2 German strikers. So yeah, and then you've only got 5 transfers. Yeah. Do you know roughly what your split is? Are you going to sort of do is it 6 and 5 roughly, somewhere like that? Are you looking at your team like that as well?
Well, across each side of the draw,
roughly. Doesn't have to be.
You like to keep it even-ish, but 5 transfers is generous. I've been doing like a little bit of a maths equation on it, and you struggle to be unless you went like 5 from a team and they went out 1 week. You'd be very unlucky then for your other 6. Like, I don't know. See, you went 5 Dutch, and then your other 6 players were made up of other tournament biggies like France, Spain, England. You're going to be very, very unfortunate for the next round not to have 11 again, even if the Dutch went out. So I think we're having 5 after each thing is, I won't worry too much about it. Just make sure that you're not caught, like you say, with 5 Spanish and 4 German playing each other.
Yeah.
Because then you will be caught out in the next round because you can only make 5 subs.
And you can't carry any either.
Yes, there's no carrying them to make up for it. So that's the only way you can be caught out. But it's still a lot of transfers, 5. I thought 3 had been enough, I guess, to probably work your way through it.
Well, Wisby commenting in the chat. We've got his question up next. So perfect timing, Nathan. So max captain in the last 16 or save it for later in the tournament. Seeing as you're in the chat, let us know what boosters you've got left, because I think this changes things. Because I was thinking, if I only had the max captain, I'd use it in the round of 16.
Yeah,
I think you've got some unbalanced fixtures like the Spain, Georgia, still some weaker teams in there. But if you've got goal bonus, I think I'd prefer to use that than max captain. Would you agree?
Yeah. Goal bonus first, max captain, and then 12th man you can use whenever.
Yeah, I just wrote 12th man, don't care. Afterwards, you could go anywhere, couldn't it? Really?
You're still hurting from the Mbappe, ain't you? Like scoring 18 points, and he doesn't even give you. You just every time he gets points, he's just going down the lead.
I couldn't believe that.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
What a waste of a chip.
That's 2 times we've used 12 man now in the main game and this game, and it's been crap.
Yeah, get rid of it.
I hope that helps, Nathan. And then he asked for 1 player in each position, consider as must-haves, but we covered that at the start. And again, if you're chasing, is it time to go proper differential with 4 or 5 players or a differential captain? But we covered that in the last bit, so I hope you made it. But if not, rewind about 5 minutes, and we literally talked about, I think, going for block defenses if you're chasing, or a differential captain, maybe like Gakpo.
Yeah.
Cheers, Nath. Stephen W. Do you prefer loading up on a few select countries or diverse? We sort of did that as well, did we?
Mm-hmm.
Splitting across 2 sides of the draw. One more question from Nathan. Is it coming home? Not for me.
I've never. They've had. I mean, this draw could be amazing, but watching them play is it's just not. It's not showing it. But it could click. Look at Ronaldo. Look at Portugal when they won it. They got 3 draws in the group stage, and then they went on to win it. Obviously, Greece done it, grinding out 1-0 wins.
Yeah.
Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia in the last World Cup in the first game. They went on to win it. So hopefully they might get the shit together.
Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, if they give me a call and get me to go over, I'll assist Southgate, and I just need to have a word with him.
He needs Calvin Phillips, doesn't he? Calvin Phillips.
Wow. Do you know? I heard that quoted that we're missing Calvin Phillips as we've no hope. That's it. Calm.
I thought Southgate was always very clever the way he talks and that, but then he said that. I was like, what?
Then Calvin Phillips is just sitting at home like,
Laughing.
What about me? DT Phillip, which teams are you aiming to target for the knockout rounds? I think we've probably covered it as well, but yeah. Spain, Germany, Portugal, France. Any of you looking at Belgium? I know we think they're gonna go out, but have we seen enough Belgium ready to write them off? Could be a differential there.
I mean, De Bruyne is interesting, but it's 7 million. It takes a big chunk of your money, and if you don't think they're going to win, I mean, he could turn up and run the show and win the game for Belgium, like he has done in the past in tournaments. But I don't think I could spend 7 million on him. Maybe a 12th man if you want to gamble on it. But
yeah, it could be interesting.
That's the one thing, isn't it? With a differential like Belgium, most people will think that they're going to go out, and they have got some okay players. So you could try it.
I remember when they tore Brazil apart in the World Cup, and they got to the semi-finals, and then they lost. I think they lost. Did they lose to France? I can't remember. They lost to in the semi-finals now.
But yeah, I think Holland, Austria, England, and then totally avoid Switzerland, Italy, isn't it? It seems.
Yeah.
Do you think Southgate will make any changes for the next game? I think it's just it's been reported today, and I think he's only going to do that minor one as much as we want other things.
I think I might put Cole Palmer in my dream team and then get really, really angry when he doesn't play.
Yeah, throw a beer at him. And then question 3, do you think it's best just to forget about England players after how we played in the group fixtures? That one feels the nicest, doesn't it? I don't think you should forget about the defence.
No,
that's the only positive we should be taking here.
Yeah, I just think the run to the semi-finals looks nice. So I think defensively they could do all right. Just pinning who's going to score the goals. I mean, Kane's obviously on penalties and he's the main man, but just they're not making the chances for him. So I think I'll have to see them have a good performance before I bring players in. Maybe in the quarterfinals, I might bring some in if they make it.
Here we go. Welcome, Plevna, to the chat. Always producing. Pickford, Trippier, Stones, Gahey, Walker, Mainu, Rice, Jude Bellingham, Foden, Saka, Kane is expected. I did see Jen say Trippier may not be available. We'll have to wait and see on that one.
Which might mean Saka drops to left back and Cole Palmer starts.
Didn't they ask Saka about that? I didn't read the interview, but I seen it come up as a headline.
Yeah, he said he got interviewed about it, and he said, "Shut up, righty, mate. I ain't playing left back."
He used to play left back for Arsenal.
Yeah, and he did play left wing back for England, didn't he?
Yeah,
when we were doing all right, he did quote. He was a quote on him. He basically said,
"I'll play anyway."
Here you go. I love Ian Wright. He says so many great things about me. I don't think putting me out of position was the solution. we can talk about this, but it's in Gareth's hands. I can't see
So
it.
he doesn't want to play there.
Right, Andy Barnett. So he's exploring the possibility of 4 defenders and a goalie from the same country. So a 5-man block. What do you think are the benefits of doing this? What do you think the negatives are of
Andy?
doing this?
Andy, drop me a private message, mate. That's my tag team partner out there.
Yeah.
But
Just
he's got the same thinking as me though, because he's thinking blocks. Yeah.
Don't forget, you can have 5 defenders. Why stop at 4?
Yeah.
Get 5.
It's a shame. It's a shame they've took the substitute clean sheet away, because you used to get 5 points for a clean sheet off the bench, didn't you?
Yeah, Denmark play a back 5. Get Denmark back 5 in there. They've got some nice wing backs. Right. So benefits and obviously negatives. Apart from the obvious of clean sheet, you're laughing. No clean sheet, you're not doing so well. But I've dug out some examples for this one. So England versus Slovenia last game. If you had the back 4 and Pickford for that clean sheet, you'd have got 38 points. Not bad. That's Pickford 7, Trippier 10, Gahey 6, Stones 8, Walker 7. So probably a few bonus chucked in there. If you'd have had England versus Denmark, you'd have had 17 points. So it's not the worst. 3, 2, 5, 2, and 5 for Pickford because he made a few saves. So it's not like the old Dream Team where it was a complete wipeout.
Yeah.
At least. So it's not seem as risky in terms of risk and reward. Initial thoughts on that?
Yeah, just obviously if you're relying on one team, you've only got to rely on 90 minutes of football. If you're relying on more teams, is obviously 2 teams is 180 minutes, 3 teams is 270 minutes. You relying on more minutes of football to keep clean sheets. So that's the positive. But if they concede 1 goal, then that's your block's completely wiped out. And if you have different defenders, then at least you've got more chance of getting a clean sheet here and there. But if you want to make big strides, a block defense is massive, and hope that other teams concede and your team doesn't.
The other scenario could be a Netherlands-Austria scenario where you concede 3. This is the worst possible scenario. 1 point for Verbruggen, 1 point for De Vrij, 2 for Geertruida, the right back that played, 1 for Ake, 0 for Van Dijk. So you could be looking at 5 from your defence instead of a 17 or a 38. And I guess if you've got a mixture, you'd be somewhere between those 2. So as long as you don't think you're going to concede 3, you might be okay. The only thing I would say, like if you have got 4 and a keeper and you go out, that is all of your transfers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's the only added downside.
Imagine before the Iceland game and you're playing Dream Team and you we'll put full England defence in, and then you get knocked out against Iceland. Could be the same scenario against Slovakia.
Well, so maybe if he was doing England, don't have Kane and Bellingham. Maybe unless you're willing to play with 2 down. But like if you've got 5 defenders plus a striker and a midfielder, you are screwed, aren't you? If they do get eliminated.
Yeah. Just don't bring a goalkeeper back in.
Yeah, leave them. And any other thoughts on it? Maybe extra time. It takes longer to get the clean sheet.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. Yeah, if they're 0-0, you think you should have all them points cemented. Then you concede it under a 19th minute to a dodgy penalty. I think you throw up, don't you?
Maybe get someone that does get subbed. Maybe do get a Trippier who's not got the full game in his legs anymore.
Yeah.
Bank it, maybe. Yeah, things to think about.
Luke Shaw's going to play, ain't he?
What about Ian? Would you pick a player on a yellow card?
When did they quash it? I thought
After the quarters.
Yeah, so after the quarters.
it's got 2 more games. Well, 1 more game.
Some high-profile ones: Ronaldo, Mbappe. Just looking at Gahey, Mittelstadt, Trippier.
I mean, I think you're safe enough with five transfers, aren't you?
Do it, sub them out if it comes to
Yeah,
it.
you're always going to get that. Just going for the piss, lads.
Yep. And then Connor, is Morata the Spanish prime R9? What's all the hype about? All I see is a mediocre striker that gets subbed early. What are you saying, Ben? Respond.
Yeah, I was looking at that as well. I've seen him getting subbed quite early. Yeah, Georgia's supposed to be the whipping boys. They finished 4th in qualifying, but they only qualified through the Nations League. I don't know how it worked. I haven't looked into it, but they qualified through the Nations League somehow from their performances in that. But they have been pretty good, haven't they, in the Euros?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a big thing for them. It's like they've never been this far before, and they haven't been in the Euros before, as far as I remember. So, but yeah, I mean, he's a good option for this week, but I wouldn't want him next week. So it's up to you. If you look at the strikers that are there, there's all the other strikers. I mean, the main ones, they've all got decent fixtures. So yeah, I'm currently not on Morata. I did look at putting him in, but I decided against it at the moment.
Yeah, it could go one or two ways, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if he blanks, but
could be straight off for Ferran Torres after 60 minutes.
They played Georgia. Spain played Georgia in the qualifiers, so they played them. Spain played Georgia twice in the qualifiers. Morata played in both of them. In the most recent one, Spain won 3-1 in November. Morata didn't score. He started. He had 2 shots on target in that one. But then in the other leg, in September, Spain won 7-1. And Morata got a hat-trick.
Mao and Williams scored as well, didn't they?
Yeah. 3 shots on target, 3 goals in that one. So I think it's more about the fixture and Spain rather than people thinking Morata's great.
Who would you rather have, Ruiz or Yamal?
I think for me, Ruiz, because of more minutes and more potential ways of getting points. Obviously, tackles, chances created, possible assists. And he got a goal in the first match as well. He's playing a bit higher up as well, where Rodri's sitting back and he's playing as like the number 8. So I do like the look of Ruiz. Yamal, and I like Williams as well. But looking at the minutes, they could come off early. Yamal seems to play a bit longer, and he did come on against Albania as well. Williams didn't come on, so he must be the favoured winger. But I do like Williams. I think he looks really good, but I just worried about his minutes. So I think I'm gonna miss that one.
Yeah, I agree. They're both a brilliant watch. Like 2 great. The wingers are brilliant, but I kind of feel like you're waiting for goals or assists. Whereas like Ruiz, he gets the dirty points as well, doesn't he?
Yeah,
gets the tackles, gets the bonus. So yeah, I do like the look of him. I've gone full U-turn because after week 1, I was like, nah, this is one of those freak games. But Yeah, I can't say I have watched that much of him, to be fair, at PSG. So maybe he does that regularly. Right, I think we're 1 hour 20 in. So if we take any YouTube comments, or we'll have to. I think we might have to leave them. We have to shoot off, don't we? It's been a bit longer than I expected. And let's shout a few people out. Boris the Blade in here. Georgia have given up the most shots so far with 49. We'll have to check back on this Trippier news because James is saying, I'm guessing he's just scared that it could be Conser left back, or is he saying Conser is left back? I hope he's not. Trippier potential calf injury. I'll have to look. I'm not seeing anything yet. Yeah, let's quickly look for a few more. 1 sec. Do you want to do Tony? If do you want to take us through the Euro leagues, and I'll pick through some of these comments.
Yep, not a problem.
Teamwork.
Top 3 of the Tonic Tag Team League. In 3rd place is Conor Story and Scott Harris. In 2nd place, Maxwell and Gregory. And top of the shop, Fricker and McNulty.
Dream team. That is a dream team.
Yeah. The Tonic Euro League, top 3. In 3rd is Jay Robertson. 2nd, M. Cooper. And top of the shop is James Fricker.
Flying.
It was him who prompted us to put these leagues in.
It's because he's gone international. He's gone international and he's flying all the way over to Venezuela and moving out there and starting a family. It's he's obviously
Cultured.
proven he's more cultured.
Then Patreon.
Go on, Ben.
Patreon mini league. We have Ben Coles in 3rd, Lee Giles 2nd, and James Fricker.
Congrats, James. Smashing it. He's proven the doubters wrong.
I do have the winners. 1 second, I'll get them up.
Winners for match day 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, right. Match day 1, top 3 winners, which I'm just going to pay everybody out at the end of the season because there's some duplicate names at end of the season, end of the tournament. So match day 1, 3rd place was L. Giles, 2nd place M. Cooper, and top was T. Flanagan. The prizes are £100 to 1st, £50 to 2nd, £30 to 3rd. So well done, you 3. Round of matches 2. In 3rd, Jay Robertson. 2nd, McNulty. Honestly, the amount of money I'm sending over to McNulty, they're probably going to freeze my bank account.
Yeah.
I think there's something dodgy going on because it seems like it's just a monthly transfer to McNulty at the minute.
Direct debit.
Top of the shop, Jay Smith. And then the final Cash League round 3 match. Top 3 is 3rd, Andy Barnett. Get in there. 2nd, Jay Jones. And top of the shop is Ben Coles. So well done to all you. It's all saved up, it's all tallied up, and you'll get paid out at the end of the tournament. Well done.
Well done, guys.
Right, couple of these comments, but then we do have to shoot. Getting late, but if you do want speedy boarding, like our Patreon members for these questions, there's a link in the description below for the Patreon. Those questions take the priority. Right, Luke Sinclair, he's got Dubravka, Kukurea, Gahey, Kimmich, Bruno, Sabitzer, Musiala, Baumgartner, Ronaldo, Gakpo, Morata. Leaves him 6 million. Any ideas who he could bring in or take out? With that money, you could upgrade your keeper.
Definitely.
The team looks good, actually. Oh, no Mbappe, though. That's the only thing. No Mbappe.
Put Spanish keeper in for that. Double up with Cucurella.
Yeah.
Or Pickford with Gay. I'd probably pick one of them.
Yeah, that's the same thing that I did when I picked my team. I was like, I've still got loads of money left. So I was like, I might as well just upgrade the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I reckon either upgrade the keeper or get Mbappe in, because that one will hurt, won't it, if he goes off. We've covered. He asked, would we play Max Captain? But yeah, if that's all we had, we'd play it. Philip Derbyshire needs 7 players to score 1 or more goals in the goal boost. 7 players. 7 players to score 1 or... Mate, I'll tell you, I got no players score on my goal bonus. So you're being greedy asking for 7 here.
He says Arnautovic first. Is he a Stoke fan?
Oh, mate, wasn't it? Don't know right there. I don't know. I'd probably just go Mbappe and captain him, but boring, isn't it?
Yeah, I won't go Mbappe.
I don't know. It's thrown up so many surprises when it comes to goal scorers. This.
Yeah, I think Spain should score a load of goals, but it's just nailing down who's going to score. Portugal got Slovenia as well. England, you would say on paper, should beat Slovakia, but what we've seen so far, I'm really not confident of scoring more than 1 goal. It's going to be tight, I think. I think there's not going to be many goals. There could be a few in that Netherlands-Romania game, maybe. Austria-Turkey. Yeah.
No, this one's quick fire. No further comments other than the answer. Kane or Morata?
Morata.
Full house, but it seems mad.
Yeah.
Who else got?
If you like you said, if he was playing for Spain, Kane, you'd have Kane, wouldn't you?
Fill your boots.
The rain in Spain.
I've got a quick fire one for you.
Go on.
Netherlands block or Spain block. But if you pick a Spain block, you've got 9 players one side at draw, 2 players other. Netherlands, you're 5 and 4. 5 and 6.
Spain, because Netherlands are pants at the back.
Well, you could go Spain and then move some of them on next week. If you're definitely sure they're going to go through. That's the only thing. If they get beaten on penalties, you're like, oh. Then
Could you imagine?
Yeah. But it might be worth the gamble.
Yeah, 5 Spain defenders.
Yeah, I'd go Spain.
I remember when Switzerland beat France on penalties, I was like, I backed France big time. And I was like, yeah, France will win this. And it really lost on penalties as well. I lost. I think I had Griezmann, Mbappe, Dembele. Yeah. I had loads and I had French defence. But we had 30 transfers or something then, so you could move a few on.
Yeah. The Dutch did us the other year, didn't they? They went out surprisingly.
Yeah.
And I think there were a lot of people heavy Dutch. I know they absolutely tanked my team.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they beat Spain and Italy in the group stages, and then they lost to Czech Republic in the knockouts.
Yeah, just all went west.
And they battered Spain and Italy in the group stages.
What about our boy Graham? He's got 8 now. Cucurella, Gahey, midfield, Bruno, Ruiz, Gundogan, Musiala, and Mbappe, Kane. Would you go for Bruggen, Mittelstadt, Gakpo, or Dubravka, Carvajal, Morata?
So you've already got Ruiz and Cucurella.
I like the second option, Dubravka, Carvajal, Morata, because I just really like Carvajal, Morata for this week. I think big on Spain.
Yeah. Have they
I like
got a plum fixture? They got a plum fixture, haven't they?
Yeah, it's tricky that. I like Carvajal, Morata, yeah. I like Gakpo though, but I like Gakpo more than Morata.
That's Mel's question. Gakpo or Morata? So I'm Morata.
Oh.
I think it's tight. It's tight. I'm not gonna do both, and I'm leaning Morata.
I like Gakpo because of his potential of points, even if he doesn't score.
Yeah, that is what sells him, doesn't it? And they've got a good game. I think it's a good fixture that they've got.
That
I think
goal
he'll
he scored was
his
nice.
boots there. Yeah, he lit it up last tournament, didn't he, Gakpo? Because when Liverpool signed him and that, they got him well cheap.
Yeah.
He's talented. Plays well for Netherlands.
Yeah, we tried to sign him before he went to Liverpool, like before that tournament.
Yeah.
Jake Jones just saying that Germany could be weakened with Rudiger's out, as per the rumours, and obviously Tar is suspended, so probably Germany blocks off the cards. Any of you thinking of one Germany? Because I'm kind of looking at keeping hold of Mittelstat, kind of just because he did well for me in the groups, doing all right for bonus, but actually he's on a yellow himself, so might be a little bit careful. Could I just use him as part of a block, maybe? Or
I did read that earlier on about Rudiger and Tar. Does put a bit of doubt in that. I think you're just going to stay safe, just keep Musiala, see what happens with Germans. Again, as I said earlier, before even Rudiger and Tar hearing that, I thought Denmark had got a good shout in that game.
Yeah, I don't fancy Germany defence. I like Musiala, but yeah, I don't really like that. Especially, I think Spain will do them in the quarters. I mean, you've got 5 transfers. It's just booking transfers in. That's the only thing. Do you want to book transfers in?
Yeah. Pick a side. Jake Jones just saying that Vitinha looks a good player for bonus points. I said earlier this morning when I did my pod, he does remind me of Ruiz in terms of points.
Cheaper as well, isn't he?
Yeah, 3 mil. 7 corners as well. That first game done me in as someone that's got Bruno in my team. Just see him, Vitinha stepping up, taking the corners, and Bruno on the halfway line. And I was thinking, what is going on?
Both play for PSG, don't they, as well? Vitinha and Ruiz.
Yeah, I was not happy about that. Couple more, then we'll call it, shall we?
Yeah, go on. Keep going.
Goal scoring defenders. There's not been many of them.
Here.
I'm running out. I'm after.
He's very happy. He's Corona.
Let's call it.
At least you got a decent beer.
I asked my girlfriend before I come in. I was like, "Is it bad to take 2 in?"
No, definitely no.
Still want to leave and go to. I might have to get a little mini fridge in here.
Yeah, get it sorted for the new season.
Goal scoring defenders.
Carvajal got one, didn't he?
We've had one. One in the final as well, Champions League final, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been around for a while, hasn't he, Carvajal now? Still going strong. Well, other defenders have scored. Obviously, the big talk of Van Dijk beforehand. Penalties. That's not that obviously happened, but so it can do. Has any?
I would have said Trent, but that show is over. Unless, by the way, there was a bit more talk. So we'll Cardamondo, I won't forget your question, but I just want to bring these up. Jen had said that it was about 15 minutes ago about Trippier, the injury. So we've been on air, so we haven't seen the news.
Yeah.
I'm searching them on Twitter, and here we go. 38 minutes ago, breaking Trippier is a doubt to start England's round of 16 game after he missed training again today. And then the Villa
games on Sunday, innit?
Yeah. I've just seen a page, the Villa report, saying Ezri Konsa's first in line to start at left back. Well, he's going to say that, isn't he?
But he started Walker he moved Walker to left back, didn't he? And brought Trent on at right back.
I think surely if Trippier doesn't start at left back, surely they're going to play Gomez.
Rob Dorset from Sky Sports News is saying that Konsa is it first in line as left back.
He's not a left back, man.
Start ahead of Joe Gomez.
You know, the thing is we've seen this many a times through Premier League season. Trippier, he might have a slight muscle injury, but I mean, if he does, then he won't be in the training session. They'll be wrapping him up. They'll be doing different work with him. And how many times have we seen it where somebody had pictured in training, but they start the next game? This is tournament football. There's a few days between. They've got to get these players right. He might be in training tomorrow, a light training session tomorrow before the game. You just don't know. Might be a morning session before the game.
But with this new deadline, that's enough to make it an avoid, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we've not produced you any goal-scoring defenders, but we've taken one away. There you go.
Luke Shaw said, didn't he? He said, I'll be available for the next match.
He's there on an all-inclusive holiday.
Yeah.
That's all
he's loving it.
Yeah.
If he were a proper Englishman, he'd have turned down the place and said, I will not be fit. Find yourself another pissing left back. Anybody. Go to League 2, go to League 1, Championship, find a left back and take him. Somebody who can use the left foot.
Tyrick Mitchell and Doughty from Luton. It's not glamorous. Left backs, get it done.
Is Doughty English?
He is.
He sounds Irish.
Oh no, I was Doughty in it myself, but I had a look, and he's an English. Wikipedia has him as an English professional footballer.
How's he not on that plane?
Chilwell's not going to get picked in because he's always injured.
Yeah. Chilwell's made a Weetabix, but Doughty probably played 40 games for Luton this season. Like that. His crossing ability is unreal.
You'd do this, wouldn't you? Jake Jones's comment. Kieran Trippier a doubt. Saka left back. Ben, you're all over that, aren't you?
I think that's right.
I think it would be great because it's more attacking players on the pitch. Get him on the pitch, left side, get him down the left. Just imagine him. He's not a left. Just say to him, right, you're playing left back. You're not playing left back. You're playing left wing back. Just get up down the wing and whip some balls in and have some shots.
No, Ben's absolutely right there. All you do is you just say to Declan Rice, as soon as Saka goes, you sat in a 3. Declan Rice drops in between.
Or Walker, because he can't go past the halfway line. Just say, right, you took it in because you're shy at attacking and let Saka go. Yeah. And we'll just play with 3 at the back. I'm sick of seeing Walker put his foot on the ball and turn around and pass it back to John Stones. Why doesn't he use his pace and get down the wing?
The mates.
Yeah, but come on. It's every time he just pass the ball to Walker. Walker, I can't go that way. I'll turn around, pass it back to John Stones. John Stones pass it to Gehi.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, attacking fullback you'd be brilliant in your team. He's got 12 goals, 17 assists this season.
What? For, hang on. Not English.
No.
What's the stat?
12 goals, 17 assists in 51 games.
Frimpong?
No. You're nearly there. Grimaldo.
Oh,
But he ain't going to play, is he? He ain't going to play.
Yeah.
He would have been awesome. I mean, he got 10 points in his little game he played against Albania. So frustrating that is. Like, and you got Frimpong. If Frimpong played right, you see playing right wing for Netherlands now. But would you go there?
I won't touch that right hand side. Like Holland don't look like they know what they're doing.
They dropped Dumfries, didn't they, last match for Gertrude?
Yeah, Dumfries started 2, then left out, rested, rotated, whatever.
He'll be back. He just conceded
Simons
3 against Austria.
Yeah, Simons right wing, then centre. They just keep swapping it all around.
Yeah.
I can see them if they go deep in the tournament and they draw us doing that again of Frimpong and Dumfries, both right-sided, one right wing, one right back sort of thing. It'd be quite good.
Imagine that down our left-hand side.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saka will take care of it.
Well, he'd have to.
All 3 boosters left. Do you use your goal booster? Yeah, I would.
Yes. Smash it in.
Yeah.
Selec, SLEC, 246 points, 9th in your mini league. Oh, my mini league. Nice one. Feeling Kane, Mbappe, Gakpo on goal bonus. Looks all right. Don't fancy Morata over Kane?
Yeah. You've just talked him into that now. He'll blame you.
Nah, 246 points. He's putting us to shame. We'll let Ian make his own choices here. Who starts centre half for Spain? So Lenormand, or whatever his name is, he'll be definitely starting.
The 2 French guys will be playing centre half, I think.
Yeah,
it's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Laporte and
Lenormand, yeah.
Nacho started the first one. That's the only thing that's put a bit of doubt in. But then Laporte started the second, and then got 45 in the third match. So I think it'll be Laporte. Daniel, open training session tomorrow. He's going to go and have a look at Trippier, see how he's doing. Graham, it's a question for you, Tony. You ran out of electricity there. Got to go stick another quid in.
Oh, honestly. I'm in conservatory, aren't I? Is it gone dark? That must mean we're out of time.
Yep. On that note,
it makes a change that it's not raining.
He hasn't got the Arsenal Fan TV lighting in the background.
Daniel is waiting for you to stick another quid in the meter. Yeah. That'll do.
My kids will be going to school without shoes if I don't win this mini league.
Let's call it. Thank you for everyone that tuned in. I still reckons 344 people watching. That's got to be a mistake, surely. But if it's true, cheers to all 343 of you. Please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to become a Patreon member, there's a link in the description below. Good luck tomorrow, lads.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck to everyone.
Catch you later.
Yeah.